Hey everybody, I'm here in Rome right now, so it's kind of cool to be able to be here. I'm looking down the streets here, kind of cool. Just wonderful. I don't know what you can see, but anyway, I'm going to turn around a little bit. Look at all this. Just go this way here. There we go. Looks like the other street. Anyway, hey, welcome this week. This week I want to talk about making decisions based on fear. And so many of us do this. We make decisions based on the fact that we're afraid it won't work or afraid something won't happen right. And so we make decisions based on fear rather than based on confidence and faith and, of course, purpose. So the first one in chapter 6 of Judges, it says that Gideon was afraid, and his fear was exemplified in the fact that everything was a drudgery. Instead of where it should be joy, it was just going through the motions. It was just living your life kind of, I have to do this, I have to get this done. And that is a fear, and that fear is, I'm not enough. And so that fear of I'm not enough kind of took over him. And so God had to reassure him through the angel of the Lord and reassure him that he is a mighty man of valor. In other words, he's more than he thought he was. So the first question is, how many decisions you make based on fear? And the fear is that you'll be exposed for who you really are, or you'll come to the realization, or other people will find out you're not really what they thought you were. And so you make decisions kind of like to protect yourself and not take a risk. Hey everybody, I'm at one of the great fountains here at St. Agnes Square. I think it is what it's called. I think that's the church right there. Let me see if I can get it. Not quite. Okay, you can kind of see it. Anyway, in Judges chapter 6, we also find out the next thing is that we see that Gideon ran into was the fact that what he did was he began to talk about what God did for other people, what God was able to do for others. He didn't feel like he could do that God would not be able to do for himself. So what ends up happening is we see that God, hey, hi Jamie. Anyway, we see that his fear was, even though God is great, he's not great for me. It doesn't work for me. And that'll put you in a place where you're making decisions, not based on the miraculous power of God, but based on the fact that you just got to do it all yourself, and it's all on you, and God's not going to really work. So the question is, how many times do we make decisions based on fear? The fear that God is good and he's great, but he's just not great in us, and we can't venture out beyond our own selves and end up actually missing the miraculous. Hey everybody, look where I am. I'm at the Colosseum here in Rome. There's the Arch of Constantine, and there is the Colosseum right there. How cool is that? Well, the third type of fear that Gideon ran into there in Judges chapter 6 is the fact that he didn't have enough to work with. Somehow he did not have all the things he needed. And the enemy always is trying to convince you that you don't have enough of the things. You don't have enough people, you don't have enough resources. And so you operate out of fear, because the fear is scarcity. And so in other words, there's not enough to go around, and I don't have my portion, and so therefore I'll not be able to do that. And then you make decisions based on fear. How many times are you making decisions based on the scarcity mindset?